Hello, I'm Stewart and I'm out about. Today, this is stage 4 of the West Highland Way. We are going to be walking from Balmaha to Rowardennan, but we've actually started just about almost halfway up. We're at Milarrochy Bay. So first of all, we're going to walk 1.6 miles that way down to Balmaha. Let's go. Morning and welcome to Balmaha, where we will not be stopping. As I said in the intro, we are going to be walking from Balmaha to Rowardennan, but we're actually going to park part of the way up the route. We're going to be parking at Milarrochy Bay. I'll show you why when we get there, but I just thought I'd show you the drive into Balmaha because we were here in the last stage when we walked along this road and went up over the top of Conic Hill and back down to the car park in Balmaha. So car park at Balmaha, it's quiet today, but usually it is jam-packed with tourists, which is why I wanted to show you the car park at Milarrochy Bay, which is also jam-packed with tourists, but at least it doesn't cost anything. That one costs like £3 for a couple of hours. Good walk. The main thing I wanted to show you here was this part of the road. So this is where we're crossing over the Highland boundary fault, and the road here goes extremely steep and all the way up. So if you've got a camper van, a big one, it might struggle. If you're towing a very big caravan, it will struggle. So just watch this part of the road. Even my car's struggling a bit. Come on, you can do it. There we go. The West Highland Way is a walking route starting in Milarrochy near Glasgow and finishing 96 miles to the north in Fort William. I've split it into 14 sections, each of which can be walked individually and in a day. These videos are for those who want to sample parts of the famous route one stage at a time. This is stage 4, from Balmaha, walking up the side of the beautiful Loch Lomond and finishing at Rowardennan. Then I'm walking all the way back. If you're wondering what those words mean underneath each location, it's the mapping website What 3 Words. Simply type those 3 words into the website and it will take you to that location to a 3-metre accuracy. This is one of my favourite places in the world, and we were blessed with outstanding weather for late October. The loch was just so flat and pure. The trees were gloriously orange. I was curious to see how muddy it would be, and one of the biggest issues was finding the footpath underneath all of the fallen leaves. It was also a little slippy, and as you'll find out, I found this section a little more challenging than what we've had before, and I had to push through some injury. This is the beach at Milarrochy Bay, and in the summer this would be full of day trippers using the water and having barbecues. Today it's incredibly peaceful. So why Milarrochy Bay? Well, it's much quieter than Balmaha car park, but Balmaha is much bigger. Milarrochy Bay's also got toilets and a lovely beach. So rather than just park at Balmaha and go all the way up to Rowardennan and back, I just thought mix up a wee bit. One thing about Milarrochy Bay is it's only accessible by car. With Balmaha, if you're going to be getting public transport, then it'll be a train to Balloch, and then you can get the bus from Balloch or Alexandria to Balmaha. I am being joined today by one of my sons. Hello.
Oh.
You not do that. First section of the West Highland Way for you? Oh no, you've done stage 1 as well.
Yeah.
Yep. One other thing is I should have done this in summer. It's now October, and if anything, it's more beautiful than ever. It's very autumnal, and look at what we've just come up against. Not suitable for bikes, eh? Up we go. Foot there. Slippy. Okay. I'm good. That was a weird noise. This is a wee bit more dramatic than what we're used to. Our first hazard here. There's no bridge. I'm in trainers. And you're in trainers. And dressed up for a bank robbery. Oh, we have to do that on the way back as well. I didn't think I'd be needing my sunglasses today, and yet you'd think it's a summer's day. What temperature was it? Like 3 degrees. 3 degrees. My head's a bit cold, I wish I packed a hat as well. Let's see what the temperature of the water or the loch is like. You know, it's not too bad. I wouldn't be swimming in it. I wouldn't be. I was going to push you in there. Onwards. So peaceful here, and I have to do the YouTuber thing and talk to camera, and there's a guy over there fishing and I don't want to disturb him. But this is where we finished the last stage, stage 3, where we walked around Conic Kill, and I walked from the car park at Balmaha down to the pier, which is here, and I touched the bollard, which is there. Let's make it the bollard. So that was a handover point, so let's go and do that now. Walk over to the bollard, don't annoy the fishermen, and right, time to go that way. 8 miles up to Rowardennan. And there we go, back to Milarrochy Bay car park. Quick pit stop at the car and off we go again. And that's one of the benefits of leaving the car part of the way up. It means we don't have to carry everything with us. We just pop back to the car there, got some juice refills, picked up the lunch, meant we weren't having to carry the lunch with us all the way. And if only there was a sign telling you what way to go. A bit slippy underfoot there. Off we go again along Milarrochy Bay. Quite a place that's dear to my heart. It's the east side of Loch Lomond is the quiet side of Loch Lomond. The west side's got Balmaha and Luss, and it's a bit touristy, especially because it's got access to the road. The east side is much quieter, and as a result it's where I used to bring my family. We'd come to this beach at Milarrochy Bay and play in the water here, so I absolutely love it. It's also the place when I met a girl. I brought her here on our first date, and that's who ended up being my wife, so special place for me. And one of the issues with it is it's just getting too busy. I think the secret's out, everybody knows Milarrochy Bay now. I don't think me making videos about it's going to help. There you go. Hello. At this stage of the path, sometimes the path disappears and we have to walk on the road, and then it comes back along the side of the road. That's Milarrochy Bay campsite, which I've been to a few times. It's a really nice campsite, but one of the slight issues I've had with it is they're now introducing a 2-night minimum stay, whereas before it used to only be a 1-night stay. And it's just, I think it's to stop all the people like me possibly who just turn up on a Saturday and just stay to Sunday. It's just to guarantee them a bit more income. But there's 3 campsites here. That's the first one. That's a privately owned one. The next 2 campsites are Forestry Commission ones. They're called Cashel and Sallochy. So I'll show you them when we reach it. Another section on the road, and then there's a wee sign here, so if you're looking out for the signs you'll soon find them. Not too bad. Coming back off the road and onto what's a reasonable path. in the forest near Cashel, so we're actually a bit of a distance away from the water now. There's a bit of a headland and this is cutting the edge off of it. So it means there's not actually much in the way of views. It's just trees, the water's over there somewhere. But maybe a bit unusual. We come to Loch Lomond and the views from Balmaha to Milarrochy were just absolutely stunning, and then we've just headed into this deep dark forest. Got out and there's a loch again, and this is back on a footpath next to the road. This is Cashel campsite just coming up. I was just to say about the path, some of the paths been a wee bit ropey, some of the paths been really high quality, so no problem walking and cycling and things along here, but if you need to, if it comes to it, you can walk on the road. Yeah, so the route actually goes that way. But Cashel campsite shop, West Highland Way, walkers, we stock blister packs, deep heat, tissues, paracetamol, ibuprofen, no midge repellent.
Just say and more.
And more. And I was just speaking earlier about if you set off from Mulgai and walked all the way past Drimmen, there's a campsite at Drimmen, but then you pushed on and reached Balmaha and then reached Milarrochy Bay and they won't take you. It's a feral distance to get here to Cashel. What is it? Probably 22 mile from Mulgai. It's a hell of a first day. It's not me, but a lovely looking campsite here. Onward.
Yeah.
You sore yet?
No.
No, youngsters, eh? My hips have already gone. Another section on the road, sharing the road with cars, fairly quiet, and as we come up here we pick up the trail once again. I've no idea what that is. Somebody lifting a yoga mat here. Could I have another one? We've reached the staircase. Don't go too quick for me. Try to get the view of the loch there.
Maybe that's why I said an hour and 22.
A big cliff face there. Path isn't hugging the loch anymore. Looks like we're heading back inland up this hill. If you want to walk the West Highland Way, well, steps will be taken.
Oh, more.
Oh no, there can't be more. Oh. Oh. That was the biggest climb so far. Somebody over there for a boat. So we're just approaching Sallochy or Sallochy. I'm not actually quite sure how to say it. One of the fellow YouTubers who I watch, David and Amy, they've got a channel called Camper Van Life, and I'll what is it you might say, I'll link below in the comments or something like that, but they did a video here a couple of weeks ago now in the middle of summer where they stayed with a camper van here at Sallochy, and there's some lovely drone footage as well, and it'll be really nice to see the difference because I'm now filming this in October and all the leaves are brown, and it would be really cool to see the difference between summer and autumn. I've walked parts of this quite a few times in summer, so this is actually the first time I've done it in autumn, which is why I'm also filming it now. I thought I'd make a nice juxtaposition. So this is us coming into Sallochy, and as you can see, lovely beach, lovely views down there. Ah, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Cars £2 all day, £5. Coach £14. So I was just about to be ready with a big rant there about parking at Sallochy, and we've arrived and you can park at Sallochy. Now this car park was a great place to come, and we've got a beach here and we used to bring the kids here, and in 2019 COVID, or 2020 of COVID, they shut the gates to the car park and they never reopened. And I believe part of the reason for that was because of the campsite nearby. They didn't like the day trippers coming here and ruining it for the campers. And the gates hadn't been reopened since, and I was ready to do a piece to camera here complaining about how we can't park our cars here at Sallochy anymore. And of course the gates are now open. So next summer I'll be coming back here. We just passed the University of Glasgow research centre of some kind, and that there looks like the path. However, somebody's very kindly put West Highland Way that way. I wonder how many souls have taken that road. Oh, there's a sign there. Sign's been pretty good here. Oh no, we're going up a hill, there's more steps. Right up there. Oh my god. I'm glad there is a bench at the top because I'm going to be using it.
Top, by the way.
Are we nearly there?
No.
What do you mean no?
Right the way up that way.
Oh.
Oh no, it's a rock. Close it down.
Well, that was fun. But we reached the top. We are just approaching Rowardennan. We're more than halfway, but it kind of feels like the halfway point because at the moment every step I'm taking is still taking me further away from the car. I'll give a wee summary when we get to Rowardennan, but it's been a wee bit more tricky than I expected. The view's exactly what I expected. We've reached Rowardennan. A wee pro tip for you, those car parking spaces next to the water, they're free. Then as soon as you come in past this post, this is Forestry Commission, this is paid for parking. And £2 an hour, £5 all day, not bad. Especially for what you get. Over there, some toilets. Down there, a cracking beach. Just going to go that way and have a wee bite to eat. This car park's also the best starting point for Ben Lomond. 4.5 miles to summit, 46-hour round trip. This land rising from the shore to the loch to the summit of Ben Lomond was dedicated in 1996 as the Ben Lomond National Memorial Park, to be held in perpetuity as a tribute to those who gave their lives in the service of their country. And okay, I'll go down this way. Right, so that's 3 hours 40 of walking, and we've managed 14.4 kilometres. We have reached the end of the road. I'm still not sure what this is, but this will do as a great marker point for the end of stage 4 and the start of stage 5. Time to go back that way. So, with a nice wee stop there at Rowardennan, and it's time to head back. Oh, sun in the eyes, not great for filming. We'll go that way. Let's hold it that way. No, you can't extend your fingers on the lens. With a nice wee stop at Rowardennan, it's time to head back. At least now, although now we're walking back towards the car. Before we'd crossed the halfway point, but we're still walking away from the car, so it now feels a bit better that we're getting somewhere. So how did I feel about that first part? Well, it was actually it wasn't a struggle, but it was more arduous than I was expecting. There was a lot of up and down sections that I wasn't really expecting. It was mainly the parts the way that moved away from the road and moved away from the loch side. It was like sort of peninsulas and the road cut across it. It was just up and down, and staircases, and it wasn't too enjoyable. But the plus side to that is you walk through the middle of absolutely nowhere. You're miles away, well, not miles away, but a good distance away from the loch, a good distance away from the road, and it's just forest in the middle of nowhere. And then you come down to near the loch, and it opens up, and there's a deserted beach, and it's just idyllic, absolutely idyllic. And then you walk into the forest again and do the same, and then come across another deserted, idyllic beach, and it was just again and again, beach after beach that I've never seen before. So it's been lovely. But now, 3.5 hours to sunset. Better get a move on. So this is Sallochy. I'm just taking a wee detour onto the beach. I'm now trying to find my way back to the path. Oh, this is quite muddy. Oh no. Oh. So we're just approaching Cashel. My left knee is on fire and we are
3 minutes from the car.
oh, how I just can't do these stairs. Yeah,
I got more.
oh, there's more. So after 14 miles, the left knee's had it, and it just can't handle stairs anymore. I've just passed an American walker who does walking sticks, and I think maybe that's my next purchase because wait, this is getting rather painful. Ah, thank you. Well, the good news is at least I'm not going up the stairs. Ah. Ah. Look at the view. The view's a lovely view. The view will take my mind off the pain. On the flat, if everything works, it's just coming down hills. Going up hills is fine as well. I just can't come down hills. The burning pain. Well, here, look at this. I'm just going to come down here. This is Cashel campsite. Ow, ow, ow. Down hills don't work. But sunset at Loch Lomond, as good as it gets. Sunset's not for another 30 minutes, but that's the hill getting in the way of the sun now. I'm pretty glad that the rest of the West Highland Way is pretty flat along the side of the road. There's one wee bit through the forest coming up, but my knees are thankful. Just approaching Loch Lomond Sailing Club and the Milarrochy Bay campsite, followed by the Milarrochy beach where we're parked. And just having a wee moment of drama here because someone just cropped into my brain that they might lock the gates of the car park overnight at sunset, and we're about 2 minutes from sunset just now. Getting dark, the camera makes it look a lot lighter than it is. So about 2 minutes from sunset and we're about 5 minutes from the car. So time to start walking quick.
I'm not running.
It's now 6:05. The lights are on. Oh wait a minute, there's a car park over there. There's a car moving with its lights on. Are we in luck? Or is that the ranger? Leaving. Soon find out. Made it to the car park and gates are open. Whoa! Well, that was a wee bit of drama there that I don't really think I needed. Like, gates are open to this section. This is a different section. My car's not going to fit over that bridge.
Try.
I made it back to Milarrochy Bay and the gates are still open, so that was a nice wee bit of drama to end with. Absolutely gorgeous here. The wind's just totally dropped. Almost like a mill pond. Say one of my favourite places in the world. So how was that for stage 4? Well, we walked 24.5 kilometres, that's 15.3 miles, and we did it in 6 hours and 20 minutes. So again, absolutely enjoyed it. Scenery, it was terrific. The only issue I had last time we've done a couple of walks, it was my hips were sore. My hips are fine this time. It's my left knee, it just didn't like going downhill this time, so maybe next time a couple of walking sticks or a knee brace. But the next stage, stage 5, is the Rowardennan one, but we'll get it done. Thanks for watching.